sisters, settle! I come to you this day with great news. My starry disciples, our search is nearly complete. For decades we've toiled and scoured and fished about this wretched continent for that ever-elusive tome, the grimoire eternus, the book to end all books, the storied and long-fabled, the NECROMICON.
Nuestros capítulos son muy largos.
That's the one. Next time, maybe you let the actual cult leader speak its eternally horrible name, yeah? Thank you. The NECROMICON! Yes! No doubt some among you have questioned its very existence. Our search has been wide and our labor great, with as yet no return. Well, brothers and sisters, it may be that we have come upon its actual location. Brother Bright. Gregory, we talked about this, man. This night, brothers and sisters, our men
and women
are on their way to retrieve that tome as we speak. Is this not what we've been looking for since our establishment is a legitimate death cult?
Yes!
Is it not in our official membership charter?
Yes!
Is it not we who should be the first and only to lay our hands upon it?
Yes!
Shall we let the abominable butcher or other lesser cults get their stinking paws on our glorious bounty now that it is so closely within our reach?
Yes!
No!
No!
And with the Necronomicon finally in our hands, nothing will stop the Haunter from regaining his true form. No end to the work!
No end to the work! So where is it?
We have found him, brothers and sisters. The man who will lead us to it. We have found him, and we watch. We watch.
Bueno, pues este es el juego, ¿vale? Vamos a probar. Una aventura gráfica, Gibbous, Cthulhu Aventure. 7 de agosto del 2019, un juego que me enviaron en su día, no sé cuándo. Lo tenía ahí pues en la recámara y vamos a probarlo. 20 euritos, está en castellano, reseñas positivas, pues bueno. Vamos a darle caña, ¿qué pasa? Creo que se lleve. Venga, vamos a empezar.
Read all about it, sir. Hurricane Herbert, storm of the century.
A storm. That's the least of my worries.
Moto, ¿qué tal va el tiempo? Feliz año.
Change. Everything's changing. Always changing. What's a Joe supposed to do? You take a new case and it's all you can do to be prepared for whatever it throws your way. The only thing you can know is whatever it's tossed at you won't make any kind of sense butt up against the last thing. It's the change, you see. I've been hired to locate some kind of ancient book. Supposed to have inside of it the kind of stuff makes a Joe's guts turn salt and sallow. Real type mystical mumbo jumbo, which I guess explains the weirdo cults popping up all over Darkham. You know something's left to center when the folks hiring you want to keep themselves all secret-like. Cash is cash, though, and I could really use the milk. That something doesn't change. Put some weight on my man in rare and forbiddens. The kind of pressure makes a Joe's stomach jackflip, and he points me at this dark and ancient library. Dark and ancient? Huh. What's not dark and ancient?
Empezamos muy bien, muy fuerte, el 21.
Damn. Most times, the new is just as bad as the old. Sometimes worse. Well, here it is. Miskatonic Library. Not the, friendliest place in town. And this town and friendly ain't even in the same zip code.
Este por lo menos guarda.
Not nearly as badly lit as the name would suggest, but more than compensating on the creepy scale. My gut instinct was telling me I could look at everything a second time, glean extra information that might be useful. Or not. No. Got to investigate the library first. Looks like some kind of gargoyle, swallowed almost whole by those dead vines. They really went out of their way to make this place as creepy as possible.
Al Minecraft. ¿En serio? Venga ya.
If my detective cylinders aren't misfiring, that's gotta be the librarian. Evening.
Good evening, sir.
Interesting library you got here. Is it old?
Yeah, pretty old.
It's old, huh? How old?
Like really, really old. You might even say it's ancient.
Ancient, huh? How ancient?
It was established by one Jeremiah Orn in, 18... A really, really long time ago.
Huh. Thanks for the info.
Sure.
The name's Ktype. Don R.
Bueno, pues
Ktype.
nada.
Here to see about a book.
Enhorabuena por
Well,
desintoxicarte.
you've come to the right place.
Yeah. It's called the NECROMICON. Do you have it?
Oh, that book. Yeah, let me check. Yeah, they're all lent. All versions of it.
There's more than one?
Why, sure. You've got your, Oh, wait. You're talking about the real Necronomicon, aren't you? Yeah, no, sorry. That doesn't actually exist.
Doesn't exist, huh? My employer seems to think otherwise.
An ancient grimoire full of arcane writings that could summon powerful demonic entities and potentially fold reality onto itself? We don't really carry that kind of stuff here. Chances are, it's nothing but a myth, Mr. Ktype.
No such thing as the Necronomicon, you say? Mind if I, snoop around your collections a little while?
I don't mind personally. You'd have to talk to Mr. Orn about the rare books department, though. At the moment, he's really busy with some new arrivals upstairs, so you'd have to wait a while. But, sir, waste of time, really. That book is just a legend. An ugly, ugly legend.
You, wouldn't happen to be intentionally trying to conceal it from me, would you?
I'm just a librarian, sir. As far as I know, the real Necronomicon is a myth. Sorry to disappoint you. You haven't been the first to come and ask about it, and you probably won't be the last. Definitely our most popular and existent book.
Who else has been interested in it?
Everyone, from excitable teenagers to these freaky cultist types that seem to crop up everywhere in the last few months. Just when you thought Darkham couldn't get any weirder, these clowns come along and prove you so wrong.
What can you tell me about these cultists?
They come in all shapes and sizes. Can't really tell them apart. I mean, it's not like they waltz in here dressed up in ceremonial robes or anything, but you can tell from the way they speak, they're not all there.
Excuse me just a minute.
Sure.
It's a dusty old book. Its title's really hard to read. Aren't you a bit young to be a librarian?
Look, I can tell you come from a different era, but between you and me, that's straight up ageist.
Oh, really? And that, different era business ain't?
Touché, Mr. Ktype. I'm a student, it's a job, it's quiet, it pays the bills.
Gotcha. I didn't catch your name, Mr.
Kerwin. Buzz Kerwin.
That's an interesting surname and an accent that I can't quite place.
Yeah, I'm half Romanian. My mom was born in Transylvania. I kept her family name because it sounds cool, you know?
Never get teased because of that?
No. For Buzz, on the other hand, plenty.
All right, Mr. Kerwin. I guess I'll have to wait.
Las fuentes apuntan a que el NECROMICON se oculta a simple vista dentro de la biblioteca Mixtactonic. Queda ver cuán a la vista está. Tengo que investigarlo lo antes posible.
There's a thing on the doorstep there. Looks like a package. It's this thing I found on the library's doorstep. Looks like a package of some sort.
Preguntar al tío.
I found this thing on the doorstep. Were you expecting a package?
No, not really. Let's see it. There's a note here. Oh, it's for you.
For me? What does it say?
Too long have you meddled in our business, K-type. Here's your chance at a bright future for a change. Muhahahaha. Is it me or is this thing ticking? Mr. K-type! He's gone.
Was that you making all that racket, Kerwin?
No, Mr. Orange, sir. Someone set up a bomb in here. I was about to call the police.
Nonsense! You call this a bomb? You should have seen Dresden, son! Now that was some firepower right there! Clean up a little, will ya?
Okay, sir. Well, at least that thing took some damage. I think it's a little loose now. There's a weird glow emanating from behind it. What the?
A ver con el zapato, a ver.
I just realized how long I've actually wanted to do this. Don sends his regards, ugly.
Joder con el zapato, tú. Mira, el libro.
Is this what Don was after? This looks nothing like the other editions. Creep factor just went up 200%. Who'd hide it up there and why? You're coming with me, weird book. I never thought I'd actually say this, but the Necronomicon feels weird in my pants. Oh boy, what an evening. Think, Buzz, think. Don's been kidnapped. The police are a bunch of corrupt and incompetent tools. What do I do? Well, Orn can close up for the night. Things are way too messed up to stick around. The best thing to do is retreat to the bus cave, clear my head, and see what this strange book is all about. Okay, safely home. What the hell was all that about? Is this really happening? Am I really talking out loud to myself? What is this book? God, I need to stop talking to myself. I sound crazy. Kitty, should I open this thing and see what's written in it? What do you say? You're a lot of help. Okay, might as well take a peek. Yeah. kashaptu zi dinger kampa per Adonai Methatron. What the? This is genuinely becoming really scary now, and I'm all alone. What do I do, kitty? God, I wish you could talk back for once.
¿Qué dices, Didier? Allá lo pondremos.
Okay, I know I've been saying everything felt weird before, but that was really, really weird. Something feels very different now.
As much as I hate agreeing with you, something does feel very different now.
I know, right? Maybe reading that out loud wasn't such a good idea, huh?
It sure seems so.
Right? I mean... Whoa, wait. Are you actually talking back to me?
Took you a while, huh? I feel like we were in a much more productive place a few moments ago. You know, analyzing the situation. Maybe working toward a solution?
You talk.
I stand corrected. You seem to have a firm grip on the situation.
But... how?
You just read an incantation and then wished out loud that I could talk back. So...
This is wrong. This can't be happening. This is wrong. Wait, I know. I'll just find the spell or whatever it is and reread it and reverse this. That should work, right?
You're not really expecting any kind of relevant answer from me, are you?
Right? I mean... Oh, what the? It's gone. I can't find it anywhere. This was definitely the page I read it from, but there's different text on it now. What the? Should I read it out loud? Wait, sorry. I wasn't considering your point of view here. Do you want to be a...
Talking cat? Please don't take this the wrong way, but that's a resounding and definitive no. I just don't want your kind of problems, man. My deal is sleeping, eating, and generally being decorative.
I can get behind that. Okay, here goes.
Vamos a probar.
Shunu limutuma anakulu blui zidingir anakampa. I wish Kitty would go back to normal. Did it work?
Darn it, can't even meow right anymore. I think it's safe to say it hasn't.
Oh boy, this is a problem. By the way, Kitty, nice to meet you.
We've known each other for years, dude.
Kitty, is that what I call you?
Haven't you been doing it for years already? Dumbest name possible if you ask me, but I don't care either way. I don't need one.
So, are you gonna stick around?
No, I'm gonna walk the earth like Caine in Kung Fu. You'll stick around and undo this. You really think I want to be like you for the rest of my life?
That's gotta be racist or something.
We're not even the same species. We need to find a way to reverse this, so get to thinking.
Yeah, you're right. I'm on it.
Tenemos un gato parlante. Lo metemos al horno.
I don't think I'll bother her about it. My tablet. It's been charging for 2 days now. That's our tiny fridge.
Not on your life, buddy.
That's been there since Lemon left for that esoteric retreat. I'm frankly afraid to touch it. It's our oven. I'm deathly afraid of it. Long story. That's Kitty, my, Kitty. Yeah, I know, not the most imaginative name.
Totally understandable.
Really?
Yes, really. If I were called Buzz, I'd be reluctant to get creative when naming anyone too.
Touché, pussycat. They're not toys, okay? I don't play with them.
Well...
I don't like this new situation at all. Scenic Transylvania. That's where my roots are. That's Ron Dilbert.
Bueno, vámonos, ¿no?
Gonna grab this for a while. Lemon's locked the door when he left for that esoteric retreat, and of course he has no phone signal or internet. Great. Kitty, I'm a little stumped here. I have no idea what to do next.
We're clearly in over our heads. Maybe we should reach out to someone who knows more about this black magic thing.
You've got a point. Wait, how about my roommate, Lemon?
He's my roommate too, remember? Yeah, he does know a lot of people. A lot of suspicious people. They're really into his homemade cookies, for some reason.
Suspicious people is definitely who we're after.
I've seen him write down names in this little notebook. Maybe we should look for it.
He's away on that esoteric retreat thing, though. No way to reach him. We're gonna have to find a way to get inside his room.
Tenemos que buscarlo, ¿eh?
I'm not sure I can bring myself to open the oven. I'm a weak, weak man. Hey, it's not completely empty. Gonna grab this.
Bueno, tenemos una lata. Ni tan mal.
Oh, no. I never eat Lemon's cooking. He puts stuff in food. Weird stuff. No use. It's dead. Kitty, any idea where Lemon would hide the key to his room?
Probably the last place you would look, dummy.
Like?
I don't know, man. Search your fears or something.
I don't know.
Completely useless right now. Someday soon, I hope. Nah, I don't need it. I'm not sure I...
No, need it.
Hey, Kitty, think you can open that oven for me real quick and take a peek inside?
Sure thing, boss. As soon as I grow opposable thumbs, you're gonna have to man up and do it yourself. Come on, Buzz. You can do it, dude.
I can?
Yeah, it's just fear. Stupid fear.
Yes! And fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger...
Open the damn oven, Kerwin!
Yeah, yes, yep,
No, ¿qué tal? Estamos.
I did it! Hey, and there's Lemon's key. Oh, and there's a cookie in here. A suspicious one.
Bueno, tenemos la llave.
I think I'll take it, you know, for sustenance.
Ugh, I would not recommend you eat that.
I'll take it either way.
No tiene buena pinta.
Lemon's locked the door when he left for that. It's the key.
Ahora.
It's one of those
Ukelele.
tiny cute guitars. Oh, that's gaudy. Hey, looks like there's something under this. What do you know? A pair of scissors. It's a book Lemon left open. Well, let's see here. Page on the left says, a compass is a magnetized pin floating in a solution. It's not the 1700s anymore, Lemon. Jeez, what a Luddite. Of all things whose purpose is to be lit up, this one scares me the least. Yay!
¿Y con eso qué hacemos?
I think it's supposed to be a fertility idol. Kinda scary if you ask me. It's locked. I know it's locked. It's always locked. I have a feeling somewhere inside this horribly over-decorated piece of furniture lies what we're looking for.
O sea, esto es...
No. Oh no. My band days are long gone. Page on the right says, invisible ink. Use lemon juice to write secret messages on paper. Only you will be able to then read them by bringing the paper close to a source of heat. Note, make that a source of mild heat, not open flame. It's a book Lemon left. Compass is... I don't want to burn my delicate... No need, I can read it myself.
Supuestamente con...
Page on the right says, invisible ink. Use lemon... Note, make that...
Vale, esto no sería algo foco para algo. No sé para qué, pero para algo.
Kitty, this might be a weird thing to ask, but remember when I brought lady friends home?
Yeah, those were rare enough occasions that I can remember. Oh, I see where you're going with this. I have no interest in that. All the kissy sounds are just... ugh. I'd tune them out.
Good to know.
What's a bit harder to tune out are the audio-olfactory clues to how your digestive system works. Or, rather, does so poorly.
What?
Ugh, just don't fart around me anymore, okay?
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. Kitty, we have gained access to Lemon's domain of degenerate debauchery.
Easy on the hyperbole, buddy. It's just a bunch of hippie stuff.
It's a lascivious layer of laziness and languor.
All right, Shakespeare, enough.
Vale, ¿y ahora?
All right, Kitty, I have a feeling the notebook we're looking for is somewhere inside this locked closet. I can't really think of a way to open it.
Couldn't you just randomly combine some household items into a makeshift key or something?
I'm sure I could, but I was thinking maybe you could shoulder this particular burden.
Let's not make a habit of this. Ugh, this patchouli stink is giving me dizzy spells. Oh, here it is. I haven't done that since I was a kitten. Still got it.
The pages are all blank. What am I missing here? Let's moderately heat this baby.
Buah, sería... mejor que no, bueno, mejor que no.
Yes, it worked. Lemon, one too many cheesy detective novels. All right, Kitty. Now let's see this list here. Woo! I think I got it. How's VG for all your supernatural needs sound? And there's the address. We're practically neighbors.
It's the best option we've got so far.
There's something I'm not sure I mentioned before. This detective that was looking for the Necronomicon, Dawn, got kidnapped right in front of me.
Oh, right, you've mentioned it. Let's go.
But we've gotta try and rescue him.
All right. Do you know who kidnapped him?
I guess we have no lead yet.
Lead. Sam Spade over here. You know how you humans always stereotype us as being selfish?
Sorry about that.
Don't be, because in my case, that's exactly how it is. I'm sorry, but I could give a kitten's fluffy tale about your detective friend. My main worry right now is my own predicament. Why didn't you call the police or something?
Oh, Darkham PD, only the most corrupt and despicable organization in town.
Da fe
These
buenas.
cultists look like fuzzy bunnies nibbling on baby carrots by comparison. No, we're on our own.
Interesting imagery. Anyway, your friend Don's on his own too. It's a catty-cat world out there.
How about we keep him as objective B, alright?
Whatever makes me A works for me. Let's roll, Marlowe.
Está mal puesto el juego. No es que no es el con el que íbamos a empezar, señor Super.
Alright, kitty. Looks like we're on a quest together. Any cool battle cry-like words before we embark on it?
I'm a little hungry, and I'm afraid my fur's going to get all matted in these filthy streets. Sorry, you were saying?
I was thinking more like time for, you know, whatever adrenaline-pumping music kids listen to these days.
Time for Bossa Nova.
Let's get on with it.
Rare.
Pues que no. Habría que poner esto. Espera. Está puesto en que no funciona. Ya os cambiado. Gracias, señor Super. Digamos, nos ha. El juego que hemos empezado a jugar se nos ha colgado 2 veces, pues hemos puesto ahí uno ahí. In extremis.
That sign keeps popping up all over the place lately. So what's the plan, kiddy?
Let's find this
Sí,
VG,
seguro.
I guess.
Hey, little girl, what are you doing in the street by yourself this late at night?
Hey, big guy. What are you doing disturbing peaceful citizens for no good reason this late at night?
Well, let me try that again. What's your name, kiddo?
If you must know, it's Priscilla.
Are you sure you don't mean Priscilla?
Do I look like the kind of person who can't correctly pronounce their own name? It's Priscilla! What's your name, smarty pants?
Buzz.
Buzz?
My dad really loved his electric
Están de
sheep.
buenas.
Hey, I was just genuinely concerned.
Well, don't be. Drop my fishy and that sign up there, and Grandma let me come out on the street and try to get it. But I can't reach it!
All right, settle down. Can't Grandma help you out?
Grandma's been taking her bath for quite a while now. Grandma says we'll go to Fishmas soon. We're just waiting for this big bathtub we ordered to be delivered. Grandma can't go traveling without her new bathtub.
All right, weird enough. Aren't your mom or dad around?
Mom and Dad moved to Fishmith last month. And we'll move there too, soon. But not until... Get my fishy!
You know, this just feels wrong somehow.
I'm a dark-haired little girl, standing in the middle of the street at night, holding a doll by the hand. Scared yet?
Scared? Nope. A little bit creeped out by how irresponsible your grandma is, I'll give you that. If they're trying to keep people away from Fishmouth, it's
Hombre, no está a la
working.
altura, pero sí es buen juego.
I'd hate to have him do my taxes. Who has a fish doll? I can't reach it from down here. Hey, kitty, how about you climb up and get that fishy for me?
Well, you gotta ask yourself, Buzz. What do we stand to gain from me exerting myself in that manner?
Nothing for now, I guess.
See?
Don't anger me,
Pues empieza lo de
feline.
hacer.
Come on, Buzz. You're embarrassing yourself.
Don't you want to do it just to put a smile on that little girl's face?
You mean that pale abomination? How about we have nothing to do with her or her face? How's that sound?
Your heart is the tip of a glacier that was accidentally bitten off by a blind, evil old sea monster, kitty.
Don't try to flatter me. It won't work. I can climb that thing, no problem. I just don't have a reason to.
No especialmente.
Man, that's one attractive dude. Just to be clear, I'm not picking this up for personal use.
Tenemos una foto. Bueno, cartel.
Christopher Valiant Street. Never heard of him. It's the door to the fishery. Hey there. Hello?
Approaching the only women on benches at night, are we? Not interested.
I'm sorry, miss, but I feel this strange urge to bother everyone I meet and ask a lot of questions.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Sorry, let me start again. My name's Buzz.
Oh, that's just preposterous.
I have a B-shaped birthmark. Nice evening we're having, huh?
Really? Why don't you just keep it original and ask for the time?
I think I'm misrepresenting myself here.
Oh, share.
Gotta run.
So run.
That's Jeremiah Orn, Old Man Orn's ancestor. He's practically the father of the Miskatonic Library. That's some ominous-looking flora right there. What do you mean, Samdihu? This small window somehow communicates with the interior. How cool is that? Hello there?
Password?
Swordfish.
Swordfish.
Too classic.
Vale, tenemos una contraseña, vale.
Aw, look at the cute voodoo dolls. Who would just leave them here? No idea who this guy is, but his beard looks real tentacly. G'day, how do we get past this door?
I don't know. Examining our surroundings? Talking to everyone? Cunning and ingenuity? Sheer luck and using everything on everything?
Thanks for pointing out all the options. What do you think of the blonde girl, G'day?
Seems to me like you want her on your side.
You mean like befriend her?
Yeah, I guess. Find something to talk to her about.
Kitty, why won't you help me get Basila's doll from up there? Do you really have to be unnecessarily mean?
Look, Buzz, I'm a very goal-oriented cat. We need to find that VG person. That little girl's problem can wait.
I somehow feel you're wrong about this.
Whatever.
Still mad about being humanized?
Very
Oye,
much
que lo compres,
so.
¿sí? ¿Eso?
Okay, just checking.
Hay más, vale. ¿Te molan las aventuras gráficas?
Evening.
It sure is.
Do you know anything about this mysterious building you're parked next to?
Look, kid, it's a taxi, not a guided tour bus.
There's that blonde lady over there.
Oh yeah, brought her here a while ago.
What can you tell me about her?
Man, that sounds creepy as hell.
He hecho un
You
ojo
an
al
investigator or
Witch se
something?
llama.
Yep, B. Kerwin, P.I.
Yeah, sorry, not gonna say anything, son. Her business is her business.
So about the blonde girl.
Yeah? What shit are you?
I'm her legal advisor. I just keep close and make sure she doesn't do anything crazy.
In that case, I don't know nothing, ain't seen nothing. Goodbye.
I'm a friend. I'm a little worried about her, so I watch her from afar.
Oh, friend. Right. I happen to have overheard what her name is. You know, taxi stuff, nothing creepy. Surely you know it too, since you're friends.
I'm having a temporary memory lapse. I'll get back to you on that.
The Last Door. Yo creo que ya el juego lo hemos jugado. Lafer.
Dude, no.
The Last Door sí la hemos probado. Yo creo que sí la he jugado. Ah, vale, que nos hemos venido. Y esta es nuestra casa. Vale. Perfecto. Pues tenemos que hacer algo con esto. No sé qué, pero tenemos que hacer algo con esto.
It used to be you'd absentmindedly open this door and the whole of Darkham would be flooded. That ominous tower belongs to the local waterworks.
El Niches, el Nine Witches es. Les tengo que dar. Ya me gustó lo que jugamos.
So what's the plan, kiddy?
Let's find this VG, I guess.
Kitty, why won't you help me get
that's
Priscilla's doll from up there? Do you really
Pues a
have to
veces
be
otro.
unnecessarily mean?
Look,
Es uno
Buzz,
pixelar, ¿no?
I'm
Un
a
pixelar
very
muy gordo.
goal-oriented
¿Puede ser?
cat. We need to find that VG person. That
Eso
little
lo
girl's
jugamos en el
problem
directo.
can wait.
I somehow feel you're wrong about this.
Whatever.
Judging by all appearances, they'd probably make their way into my eye sockets.
Sí, sí, lo juego, sí.
It doesn't look like it'll snap me back to cathood, Buzz.
Ugh, never could stand fish.
Sí, sí, bueno, sí.
We have bigger fish to fry, Buzz.
I see what you did. It's a picture of a male model I picked up from the street. The picture, that is. Nice pair of scissors. These things always come in handy. For some reason, I picked up this can of the foulest soda widely available. Not a clue why I'd do that.
Porque pegamos un golpe y ya está, coño.
No soda for kids, especially not this horrible kind.
Ya has visto que has atascado, ¿no?
No way.
Como
Nothing
ahora.
to do with or about it. I can't reach it from down here. Not a clue why I'd do that. I wouldn't do that to her.
A la biblioteca. No hay mucho aquí, ¿eh?
Amazingly, none of the maroon books look damaged, die-hard little... That hogwash is the last thing I need. A very intriguing looking book. Maybe I should take a closer look. I don't know if this is something I need right now. I'd better take a look at it first. I don't know. I'd better take a look at it first. A very convenient treatise on the order voodoo magic ingredients should be used in. Whoa, convenient to say the least. Mental notes. Sometimes examining items several times really pays off.
Tenemos un libro gordo.
I don't think I know what I'm looking for.
Tenemos este y ahora hay muchos más, ¿no?
Some of the most fascinating books I've ever read. I personally and lovingly arranged them all in one book
Voy a
rack.
tener el libro.
All
A
gone.
ver si cae. Lo único que se me ocurre.
Of
Aquí hay
course,
más.
the hideous thing survives the deflagration. No way, I need...
John, ¿qué dices?
She wouldn't care. Wouldn't help here.
La leche.
She's not interested. I don't think I know what I'm looking for. It's a picture of a male model I picked up from the street. The picture, that is. I'm just curious, did you get the same password I got, or is he cycling them?
Oh, I got. Hey! You can't pull that trick on me, mister.
Gave it a shot.
Empezamos con un detective que está buscando un libro, el NECROMICON, un libro maligno, y de repente le han dado un regalo con una bomba en... Estaba en una biblioteca, este es el bibliotecario, lo estaba buscando, este le ha dicho que no existe. Ha recibido un paquete del detective, ha explotado y lo han secuestrado. Todo lo que sabemos, ya pues empieza a jugar con este.
Anyway, I was wondering if you're waiting by this mysterious door.
Oh, did he give you the boot too? He told me I just have to sit for a while and rethink what I wished for my husband.
He told you?
The gentleman, dummy.
Oh, of course. So, what'd you wish for your husband?
Why, his untimely, gruesome death, of course.
Of course.
I'm Margot, by the way.
Ya tengo una amiga.
Nice to meet you, Margot. So the gentleman wouldn't help you off your hubby, huh?
Something about not doing any literal harm and using the forces for good to balance out recent events. Blah, blah, blah.
Did you try marriage counseling?
That's where I got this address.
Okay. Can I ask what your husband did to make you homicidal?
Oh, I'm perfectly convinced he's trying to murder me to get my money.
Ouch. Wouldn't it be easier to just divorce or write him out of the will?
Yes, I guess it would be. But what better way of responding to murder than with, well, murder?
I'm never getting married.
Say, you wouldn't happen to be a gun for hire, would you?
I'm a librarian.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Ahem.
I happen to be in anything for hire.
Want to make an easy buck?
Sheesh, I really can't this week. I have this cursed ancient tome and a talking cat to take care of, so,
I get the feeling you're pulling my leg, Buzz.
Oh, you'd know if I did that. Never mind.
Me falta el último.
Can I
vamos a-
ask-
vamos a decirlo.
Yeah, but
I'm an undercover cop. Put him up.
psh. Yeah, right.
I left it in my investigating pants. We got different pairs for different assignments, you know.
Return in those pants and you're free to arrest me.
Cleaner said they'll only be done by Tuesday.
They got bad shining services too.
I walked right into that one. Gotta run.
So run.
No tengo ni idea de lo que hay que hacer tú.
She's not interested. That's Jeremiah Orn, Old Man Orn's
Una
ancestor.
sugerencia.
He's practically the father of the Miskatonic life.
Password?
Ken sent me.
Wrong game, my friend.
A la puerta, ¿qué puerta? Me pido la contraseña.
A warm reddish-orange glow emanates from its tiny opening. Even she can't squeeze in through there. Get a lot of customers tonight?
Not if you don't move out of the way, I don't.
So about the blonde girl.
Yeah? What's she to you?
I'm her priest. I'm really worried about her soul and stuff.
Well, God bless you, Father. But look for divine inspiration elsewhere, will you?
Gotta scoot.
Meter de las plantas.
No thanks, I just went recently.
Tenemos que ayudar a la cría. Pues esto ya está todo el letrero, la rubia, vegetación, esta placa.
It's really weathered, but I think it says park gate removed due to blasphemous activities in the area. Hop fence at own peril. We do not refund garments or pay for hospitalization. They say the guy in charge is a real joker.
Tío, no sé, ya me he quedado atascado, macho.
We have bigger fish to fry, Buzz.
I see what you did there. So what's the plan, kiddy?
Let's find this VG, I guess.
Kitty, why won't you help me get Basila's doll from up there? Do you really have to be unnecessarily mean?
Look, Buzz, I'm a very goal-oriented cat. We need to find that VG person. That little girl's problem can wait.
I somehow feel you're wrong about this.
Whatever.
I don't want to cut Mr. Handsome over here. No way, I need this. I don't think I know what I'm looking for. It's the dreaded Necronomicon. Very suspicious cookie. Effects remain to be determined. Ugh, a match made in hell.
We have...
No. Creo que no me ha dado opción.
So about the blonde...
Yeah?
I'm her legal advisor. I just keep close and make sure she doesn't do anything crazy.
In that case, I don't know nothing, ain't seen nothing.
Antes de preguntar
Goodbye.
estas cosas y no me ha dicho nada. Es que no sabe.
I'm a friend. I'm a little worried about her, so I watch her from afar.
No dice nada, tío.
Oh, friend. Right. I happen to have overheard what her name is. You know, taxi stuff, nothing creepy. Surely you know it too, since you're friends.
Sure. It's my friend Margot.
Huh. Guess you weren't lying.
Oh, pues mira.
Well, might as well tell you. She dropped something on the back seat when she left, but she was out of sight by the time I noticed.
She's literally around the corner.
Oh yeah? How'd you feel about returning this to her? Looks like a letter. It might be important.
You can't get out of the car, take a few steps in that direction, and return it yourself?
This is a business, kid. I might lose a customer.
Yeah, sure. Let me have it.
Good man. Say, you won't open it, will you?
Do I look like the kind of fella who'd pry into the opposite sex's correspondence?
I wouldn't know what that kind of fella looks like. Thank God. Here you go.
Gracias, Gaffer. Aquí está una carta pasada de moda, ya que dijiste que el correo electrónico podía ser fácilmente interceptado. Incluso he intentado escribirte a mano, pero bueno, mejor que no veas el resultado. Te estoy echando de menos. Tu dulce perfume, tu dorado cabello brillante a la luz de la mañana, tus brillantes y caras joyas. Oh, Margot, Margot. ¿Estás segura de las intenciones de Tony? Dios mío, eres tu marido. ¿Realmente iría tan lejos como para lastimarte? O a mí, por ese asunto. Sé que estaba en contra de esto inicialmente, pero ahora estoy convencido. Tienes que ver al caballero vudú y tratar de que haga lo que sea necesario. Empecé este poema sobre ti, pero es tan difícil encontrar palabras que rimen con tu hermoso nombre, además de cargo o embargo. Persistiré. Así que con ganas de verte me duele. Eres el paramédico de mi horrible autopista. Tuyo de manera intermitente pero amorosa, Charlie. Parece que la hemos leído, ¿no? Tiene toda la pinta.
All right, Margot, I'm gonna drop the act here. Charlie sent me.
Charlie who?
Charlie, your lover, that's who. Things are getting complicated and he said I should take it from here. I need that password.
Well, all right. If Charlie said so. The password is Fidelio.
Fidelio. Okay, don't do anything stupid, just stay put. I'm on it.
Understood, Buzz. Oh, I do hope everything works out fine.
Don't worry, I got this. Well, good luck in your endeavors.
Goodbye, Buzz, and thank you.
Yeah, sure. No problem. Hello there?
Password?
Fidelio.
Vaya pintas tú. Hostia, todo lo que hay aquí.
There are strange, spiky vines all over this crazy place. It's an ancient voodoo chest. I can feel waves of eerie energy emanating from it. It's an issue of Vogue magazine. The headline reads, "The Fishmut Look." Boy, that is one ancient device. Hey, these are Halloween skulls.
Skulls are skulls, all right? Sometimes it's hard to get the genuine article.
Hi there.
Greetings, wanderer, and be welcome.
Welcome, huh? Place doesn't look that welcoming.
You come seeking the help of the voodoo gentleman. You put up with the decorations.
So, what do I call you? VG?
No, that sounds a little bit too gangsta. Voodoo gentleman will do, thanks.
Was that password part really necessary?
It is best that I keep a low profile, lest the jackals tax me right out of town. Thus, the recommendation-only access. By the way, who referred you to me?
Sí, eso sí he venido a hacer.
Margot told me about you.
Margot? Well, I'm glad to see you're alive and well.
The voodoo gentleman? You do voodoo? I'm Buzz, by the way.
You do at least remember what you came here for, I trust.
I remember, all right. It all started when I found this book. Well, to make a long story short, I accidentally put a spell on my cat, and now she's even more annoying than she was before.
A spell, huh? How'd you go about doing that, Harry?
I used this.
Vaulting voodoo vixens is at the
NECROMICON in all its glory. Wanna have a look-see?
No, put that away. That thing should not be touched. Oh boy. I'm sure glad I'm not in your shoes. I can't help you with your cat, my man. There are some things even I don't mess with.
But voodoo.
Voodoo Schmoodoo, that book is ultimate evil incarnate. Well, I for one wouldn't keep it in my pants pocket. Just saying.
You are ruining voodoo for me. I hope you're happy. But my cat.
Ugh, cats. We never did get along. What are the symptoms, pray tell?
She kinda started talking.
Oh, look, the cat speaks. Come one, come all, see the freak.
She's really unhappy with her current situation.
Oh, ye gods, I've had this nightmare before. Maybe a pinch, but there's no cold sweat. How can this be?
It's real, Witch MD.
Well, crap. I mean, alas.
How could you tell that was the real Necronomicon right away?
Most everyone imagines it all black, bound in human skin, bearing teeth. Only true initiates know it really kind of looks like one of those British sweater vests. You know, the ones with all the crisscross things.
Yeah, why is that?
I guess you sometimes just go crazy with the triangles and it just doesn't turn out as evil a design as you'd think. Still, the content more than makes up for it.
Pleasant colors, though.
Yep, very eye-pleasing.
Yep. Oh, and a friend of mine got kidnapped, too.
You don't say. Something tells me it's also Necronomicon related.
He was kidnapped while looking for the damn thing.
I really wish I could help you out, but ugh. Was it a very close friend?
We talked for like 5 minutes.
So it was basically someone off the street.
Aren't we all basically someone off the street?
You sure are.
Can't you at least point me in some useful direction?
There is one person that could probably be convinced to delve into this kind of mess.
Yeah?
I was just getting into my intriguing plot development swing and you totally threw me off. Where was I? Oh yeah. There's this avid student of the dark arts, an undercover intruder into the Dagon cult. A dear, dear friend of mine. A man mad and passionate enough to wade through the occult mysteries of the Necronomicon itself. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue?
Did he just go there?
Sorry. I thought you were going for a dramatic pause.
But everything I'm saying is dark and morbidly fascinating, right?
Oh, absolutely. Just a second ago, I really think I detected some goosebumps.
Awesome! I've been working on my wording and delivery.
Tell me more about this dark intruder dragon guy.
Dagon, not Dragon. The terrible god of the murky abysses. The one who seems to have Fishmouth in his clawed grip for decades now.
Man, where do you get all this stuff?
I am a student of the occult stuff, my greenhorn friend. Plus Wikipedia.
About this dark student you mentioned.
I'm really on the fence here about telling you more. This could be very dangerous. And men in red shirts are notoriously unlucky.
Stop reinforcing the stereotype. Is this about money?
Money? No, I always seem to end up working for free anyways.
Please tell me who the man is. Sounds like he's our only chance.
It is with great difficulty that I even utter his name.
You haven't yet.
Not if you keep interrupting me. Are you sure you're ready to hear his worldly denomination spoken out loud?
Hit me. I'm bracing myself.
His name is Bob Olmstein.
Bob Olmstein. Pretty sure that's what our building super is called. Waves of awe have been washing over me ever since I've heard you say Bob Olmstein.
Are you perchance making fun of Bob Olmstein?
I wouldn't dare. So you're saying I can find Bob Olmstein in Fishmouth?
Well, yes, but let it be known I am not advising you to go there.
Doesn't look like I have a choice either way. Can you tell me how I can track him down once I get there?
Last time we spoke, he was staying at the Finman house.
Gotcha.
Just remember, we don't go to Fishmouth.
It looks like a ship's wooden hull. Looks like a beat-up microwave oven. That's an oddly shaped skull.
No puedo coger nada aquí.
Hey, look, it's a double-headed doll. Well, that's strange. It looks both human and ichthyoid at the same time.
Ichty what now?
Fish-like. Everything about this guy's... Bob Olmstein.
Bob Olmstein.
Coge el taxi.
Hey, taxi, take me to Finman House in Fishmouth.
Yeah, that's real funny. Let's waste the cabbie's time with dumb jokes.
No, I'm serious. Take me to Fishmouth.
We don't go to Fishmouth.
I'll pay double.
You can pay 4 times the fare. It ain't worth going there. You think Darkham's been strange lately? Wait till you get a whiff of Fishmouth.
So let's get a whiff.
Money can't make me go there, friend. Them fishy folks will scare the scales off an anchovy.
O sea, parecen los hombres... Vale, vale. Esos son típicos, ¿no? En Lovecraft.
Look, I have this suspicious cookie.
Keep that thing away from me. Some darn hippie fed me one of those about a month ago. I was seeing tentacles and all kinds of ungodly things for a week after.
You don't say. Can I interest you in an ancient cursed grimoire?
Nah, already got one of those, and it's full of my wife's special occasion dresses.
I have this talking cat.
We all got our cross to bear, buddy.
Amen, brother. What can I do for a ride to Fishmouth?
Well, I do have a family problem needs taken care of, but, man, it's a heck of a doozy, let me tell you.
I'm all ears.
Tuviera Fisher.
See, this cousin of mine, Ed, married a woman out of Fishmouth. Fishmouth, can you believe it? Name's Asenath. Anyway, ever since they got together, every time I meet old Eddie, I get this strange feeling he's not himself.
Always shopping for groceries, never goes to the ball game anymore, general zombie-like complexion, lack of will to go on. Well, that's pretty common from what I understand.
Oh, you unmarried folks always piling on the stereotypes. No, friend, I mean, and I know it sounds crazy. It's like she's looking at me through his eyes. Like she's the one inside, right?
Whoa, okay. So, where's he?
Good question, buddy. I mean, possession. That's crazy talk, I know, but I've seen it with my own eyes, man. Now, he ain't talking much, but from what he did say, he gets littler and littler time as himself every day. And I'm worried sick, man. Look, I don't know what your deal is, but get rid of Asenath for me, and I'll drive your butt to Fishmouth like it was nothing.
Quest unlocked. Deal.
Okay, then.
What can you tell me about Asenath?
What's there to say? She's a creepy one, that's for sure. Looking like a darn fish if I ever saw one. I've been driving cabs forever, and I never heard of anyone else called Asenath in Darkham, so there's that. Hope that'll help you.
Thanks. What can you tell me about Ed?
Name's Edward. Edward Derby. He's my cousin, supports the tentacles. Don't care much for light beer or garlic-based toppings.
Thanks, that's very insightful.
Sí, he jugado al juego de Lovecraft en el que aparecían esos bichos.
Okay, got it. Got a scoop.
Vale, tenemos que buscar a esa...
Voodoo gentleman, I need you to help me help someone out.
Oh no. Whose life has the Necronomicon ruined now?
No, nothing like that. There's this cabbie outside and his cousin's body is apparently being possessed by his wife, Asenath. It's like he swaps bodies with his wife against his will.
Wife swapping? That's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, help me help his cousin get rid of this Asenath character.
Well, since I can't help change your cat back, I might as well give you a hand with this possessing business.
Actual voodoo freaking magic?
My special brand of it, yes. We will need to craft a personalized voodoo spell. You're getting a platinum package deal here, buddy. I fear a fetch quest is in order. You'll need a doll, well, that goes without saying. Then you'll need something that cuts, chops, or severs. And finally someone... how can I put this? Attractive.
We're not
Nos falta el
talking
muñeco.
chopping attractive people's limbs off here, right?
Oh no, I have one motto. Do no physical harm. And one more thing. You need to look up the order we will use them in.
You have some dolls around. Can we use one of them?
That's my private collection, Buzz. No touchy.
But I don't know where to get a doll at this hour.
Oh, it's easier than you think. Like taking candy from a baby.
Found these scissors.
Good eye.
Found this picture of a male model.
A strapping young man. It'll do.
Found this book called A Very Convenient Treatise on the Order
Falta el
voodoo
muñeco,
magic
tiene que ver.
ingredients should be used in. Think it might help?
It might. Have you read it yet?
Not yet. I'll get back to you. Gotta run.
I'll be here, Buzz.
Let's see. Okay, according to this treatise, I think the order we should use the items is someone attractive, doll, thing that cuts.
Tenemos que sacar a la... ¡Hala! Estrujarse el cerebro. Hay que ayudar a esta porque tiene un muñeco en la mano.
Nice doll you have there, Priscilla.
This stupid old thing? It doesn't even look like mommy and daddy anymore.
I don't even want to know what that's supposed to mean. So, what can I do to get that doll of yours?
What the heck do you need a doll for at this hour, you creep?
Never you mind, Priscilla.
I don't want anything but my fishy back!
Hey, kitty, how about you climb up and get that fishy for me?
Really, Buzz? What's in it for us?
Vale, está
Another
la ayuda.
doll in exchange for it.
Your preoccupations are a constant source of wonderment and worry, but okay, we're quid pro quoing.
No, yo no lo coge, ¿eh? Ni por qué lo cogió antes, tío. La madre que lo parió.
All right, Miss Know-It-All, I think we need to have a talk about you helping out whenever I consider it necessary.
Geez, fine. You were right this time, okay? Sheesh.
So from now on, you'll help out when I tell you to?
Ask me to, and that's a maybe. Let's say I'll be more inclined to.
I'll take it. All right, Priscilla, here's your fishy. Let me have the doll.
Deal, creep.
This town, man, this freaking town.
Hala, vámonos. Tenemos los tres objetos. Primero el tipo...
Found a doll.
You mean mercilessly ripped from the hands of an innocent child, don't you? All right, what do you want to call it?
Asenath.
Asenath it is.
So, that was all of them, huh?
Indeed it was. All right, now this is important. Which order should we use them in?
Era foto, muñeco y tijeras. Foto, muñeco y tijeras.
Picture, doll, scissors.
All right, here we go.
Jambalaya!
Okay. What
Huh?
just happened?
Asenath just lost her head over some male model dude. I told you, I deal in figurative voodoo.
Should have seen it coming. Do ya think it worked?
I know it worked.
Thank you, VG.
Enough respect, B.
Coleccionista. Gracias por esa raid. Bienvenidos.
So, everything seems to have worked out in the end, huh?
Well, not everything, but yeah, it's a start.
Gonna go change Kitty back now.
You do that. Please.
See you soon.
Not too soon, I hope.
Pues supuestamente ya está, ¿no? ¿Qué tal vamos, coleccionista?
Heard from Ed lately?
You're good.
Nah, it was nothing.
No, you're good. You're very good. Just got off the phone with Ed. Asenath left him for a male model. My God, I don't know how you did it, but you did it.
Thanks. So, wanna go to Fishmut?
Want? No, but I'm a man of my word, friend. Get in. We're off to Stinkville.
Hear that, Kitty? Adventure awaits.
I can barely contain my enthusiasm.
Ah, you'll love it. Seafood as far as the eye can see.
Oh, brother. Alrighty, here goes nothing.
Capítulo 2, el templo. No sabemos, ¿no? ¿Cuántos capítulos son?
Ah, where am I? What
Joan, este es el que han
happened?
secuestrado, el detective. Joder.
There was no time for anything else. All I wanted was to get out of that dump pronto. That's the way out of here. There was no time for anything else. There was no time for anything. There was no time. There was no time for anything else. All I wanted was to get out of that dump pronto. Hey, you out there! Let me out of here, you dirtbags! Come on, who's out there? Hello? Nothing. So, this isn't gonna be easy after all. I started to take in my surroundings and bing, bang, boom! I was seeing salvation in every little thing that caught a glint. In my mind, they were already shaping into something that would definitely get these goons' attention. I was gonna do big, loud things with petty stuff. Like a poor country using scraps to send a rocket to the moon. Pennies to pachyderms, I'll find something to fill it. I can't just pick it up with my bare hands. All right, let's get me some of this tar.
Hace un cóctel molotov.
I don't want to tar up this nice, pristine rag. I could use this.
Ya, tan pronto, Joan. Venga, olvídate.
Kinda connected, but how? discarded
Descansa.
food, fish bones, a
Sí, yo
flotation
enseguida,
device,
No me quise ir muy
random
tarde.
trash.
Venga,
Extremely
descansa.
powerful, huh? Sounds like a rocket of a time. According to its instructions, this here's one feisty redhead. Packs a punch like a mule with a carrot problem. I don't think I can combine them. Can't use these directly. Things are ramping up.
Vale, tenemos un tablón.
This plank could make for a nice sloping ramp. Nah, I could use this plank for something else. Yeah, maybe, but not in my pocket. That's barbaric.
¿Qué cojones queremos hacer, tío? Recoveco aquí.
I think I need something else there first. The soup can would just roll around in there. I need it to be stable. Nah, it's no use just by itself.
Para interactuar con ello.
Cleaning it won't do a damn... not directly.
Sí, pero ¿con qué?
Here we go.
Vale.
Now it's a little shallow pool of dense, extra sticky tar. All right, let's stick this in there. What the heck was I concocting here? It felt abstract, ridiculous, absurd even. The foundation of a really far-fetched and scatterbrained solution to my predicament. But this was a pretty ridiculous adventure already, so I guess I was just adapting. And a plank. This was officially ridiculous. Was I feeling proud of myself? A definite and resounding no. But it was all I had.
Ahora ponemos el extintor y lo vamos a lanzar, ¿no?
Look at this. A cringeworthy blue ribbon taker and the crazy enough that it could work regional semifinals. Definitely not a highlight in my career. Assuredly not a low, though. Maybe those late-night Mac Viper and mac and cheese syndicated binges had some kind of effect on my person. Good old mac and cheese. All right, door. Brace for serious, imminent impact.
Prisoner, the boss wants to see you. Come on out here.
You have got to be kidding me. Mr. Katipe, or should I call you Don? No, you shouldn't. Katipe will do just fine. We provided you with some slippers. Did Brother Gleam not assess your shoe size correctly? Now listen here, Buster. Unless I'm in the comfort of my own home, I don't do slippers. You can leave a man pantless, shirtless even, but don't mess with his footwear symmetry, you barbarian. What is this place and who are you anyway? This is about that damned book, isn't it? How deductive. Earning your keep, huh? Come now, don't take it personally, Katipe. You were useful in leading us to it for a while, and then you were no more. We never really wanted to hurt you, or your shoes. You're sullen, grumpy, and mean to everyone. We like you. You would have gone far in our organization. Well, did you find the darn thing? As soon as the kidnapped troops got you out of there, our recon squad was dispatched to retrieve the volume. So you're really convinced you know its exact whereabouts, huh? Close to 100% certain. Ah, speak of the devil. All right, Brother Bright, was our information correct?
Yes, Brother Starburst.
So it's true. The Necronomicon really was hidden in the library?
Kind of. Yes, Your Starriness.
Well, don't just stand there, you fool. Let's see it.
Well, we don't really have it.
What?
A sigil was gone, broken into tiny little pieces. and something had clearly been hidden in there, but no book in sight.
Type? Everything was intact when I was in there, so don't put it on me, your grand poobah shininess.
What about the librarian? It's a funny thing. We ran past each other when we were on our way to collect the tome. He looked so scared.
Well, of course he looked scared. A bomb had just gone off. Anything else?
I don't think so. Oh, wait, yes! He was carrying a big book and didn't seem too happy about it either.
Find me this librarian now!
What about me? You don't need me anymore.
Oh, just go back to your little cellar.
Now let's be real here for a minute. What good am I to you now, cultist?
He's right, Brother Starburst. You just chew into our rations, and you don't know anything either way.
Oh, all right, just sacrifice him to the Haunter or something. Stop bothering me!
Fine with me, boss. Walk, prisoner. I'm gonna need someone from Rites and Rituals down here ASAP. I'm about to do an R24-A. Come on, guys. You know the drill. Guys? Guys? Sheen? You out there? Anyone? Come on, you know I can't do jack until we fill out the SNF 187. We don't want any trouble with Code Union. We've been through this, people. Is anyone out there? Guys? Prisoners not in sacrificial robes. No ceremonial bucket for the collection. We're really running a shoddy operation here. No wonder EOD's kicking our derrieres. I'm embarrassed. The prisoner's embarrassed. This is not looking good, brothers. Sheen, Flair, you guys totally bolted, didn't you? Starburst is not gonna be happy when he hears about this, people. This makes us look really, really bad. I almost feel like apologizing to the would-be victim.
Hey, don't feel bad. It's not your fault.
Yeah, well, it sort of is. It's our collective fault. I share in it. I take my responsibilities seriously. We're not a startup cult anymore. This is unacceptable.
Your striving to be a better evil organization is commendable.
Aw, thank you. It's nice to know that at least someone here appreciates it.
Don't mention it.
Sweet dreams, star lover.
Bueno.
I ain't putting on slippers unless I'm at home in my robe with a stiff drink, a Maurice Ventricle record, and a searing fear of the telephone.
Yo creo que ya está, ¿no? Vamos a salir. Hostia, de cosas que hay, macho.
A little color twist to the classic checkered temple floor. That's nice, I guess.
Bueno, voy a botar del extintor, que servirá para algo.
Brother Gleam is sleeping off a particularly demanding day. Not a particularly interesting starry cult desk, if you ask me. I think I can reach if I leap. Huge, sturdy door. It's barricaded from the outside.
Ahora vamos. ¿Eh? Voy a tener mi extintor cohete y todavía puedo pegar fuerte. Tal vez podría conseguir otro milagro con él. Salir por la pesada puerta está fuera de discusión. Tengo que buscar una alternativa.
A heck of a lot of literature. Most, if not all of it, star-related. Only stars, no stripes. I never thought I'd say this, but I don't think I'm heavy enough. Me or the stuff I'm lugging around.
O sea, tenemos que coger algo que pese más, por lo que se ve. Tengo que la mantener estrellada, pero parece que no puedo soltarla. Superficie agrietada.
Got a serious structural hazard over here. Right then and there, I thought of placing the fire extinguisher on the desk so as to help steer it and set it loose on the cracked surface of the wall. I could make tracks from this place and never look back. It came to me then that doing so would make a mighty commotion, though, and these starry jamooks would be all over me like a shot. I'd never get to explore whatever it was hiding on the other side of that ladder. No. There I stood, a Joe with one foot in a mystery and the other missing a shoe. They dragged me here against my will, and I wasn't gonna leave without first finding out just what the hell they were all about. I had to think of something else. It appears to be dusk outside. It's an enticing ladder to some upper level. Well, that's nice. A little extra safety's always appreciated. Looks like a hatch heading to an upper floor. Damn it, how'd I know it'd be locked?
¿Qué tienes ahí?
I don't want to disturb the guy. He's getting his beauty sleep.
¿Cómo lo hacemos?
Gotta know them stars, I guess. I never thought I'd say this, but I don't think I'm heavy enough. It's a heap of astronomy-related instruments. Wait, there's a piece of wire sticking out from it. I think I'd rather just pick it up. An unassuming small piece of wire that could come in real handy.
Esto no serviría para ir a trampillar, ¿no?
There's no visible lock to pick on it, so no. Distracted is the last thing I want to be right now. I'm sorry, If I wanted any tar, there's plenty spilled on the floor. I can't just pick it up with my... I'd just lose it in there. I don't need to clean the wire. It doesn't need cleaning. Nope.
No lo veo, ¿eh?
I'm using it as I speak. Wonder if it's locked.
Ahora caerá con el cable.
I never thought I'd say this, but I don't think I'm... Trying to pick the lock won't help. It's barricaded from the other side.
Vladimir, buenas noches.
I'm not into this desk at all. I need something stout and hefty and swung like mad to bring that wall to the ground. Right then and there, I thought of placing the... I could make tracks from the... It came... No. Seems like a good idea, using the extinguisher to crack open the hatch. But that idea ain't but a few think ticks away from imagining that can bouncing all over the room at pressure, filling the place with cloud and powder and knocking a Joe's lights all the way out. I was obviously out of my element. That made no sense whatsoever. I don't see a reason to use this wire.
Yeah, but not in my pocket.
Sí, pero mi bolsillo.
Right then and there, I thought of placing the fire extinguisher on the desk so as to help steer it and set it loose on the cracked surface of the wall. I could make tracks from this place, and it came to me then that no. Yeah, that would make one steady, guided fire extinguishing rocket, but I need something to fasten it to the rail. All right. Made a nice little sliding hook thing. Halfway there.
¿Con esto lo vamos a abrir?
There we go. One radical red-hot ram rocket ready to go. It's ready, steady, and aimed. Fire! I hope I've done you proud, Mac Viper.
Lo hemos abierto.
This looks like some kind of diary or log of some kind. Whoa! That seemed to make a lot of things happen at once. Alright, let's see now. October 13th.
It's so hard to get accustomed to the sickening stench of this dreadful fishing town, but apparently it's important to him that we establish our base here, so we just take it. Decorating coming along nicely. No end to the work.
A lot of long and boring entries follow. Seems like some kind of complicated records. Let me skip ahead a bit. Let's see. July 6th.
We're all accustomed to the stench. It's probably imbued in everyone by now. Summoned the Haunter, and he came in a flickering form of a tall, swarthy man with skin made of ebony. Ignored my words and asked for the book, then disappeared upon my answer. We must find it, no matter what.
July 13th.
His incomplete form is frustrating. Must find the book. We must find it. That idiot Bright left the hatch open and Lumen snuck up here into the summoning chamber to try to get the Haunter's mark. What did the fool think would happen? We don't even bother storing their ashes in the urn anymore. Just leave them there as a reminder to anyone stupid enough to try that again.
August 6th.
Sister Halo's matchstick hobby proved to come in handy. Praise the Haunter! I could scarcely believe my senses when at last she finalized the structure and Brothers Bright and Gleam dropped the cannonball on it. Not only did it not destroy what she built, but it lodged itself in the circular space above the stone and is exerting such pressure on the lattice work that you can take a shovel to it and it won't cave in. It's good to have some smart people join the ranks for a change. Only she and I know how to breach it and get to the stone, so that should at least keep our numbers from dropping.
August 7th.
Private investigator making waves in Darkham looking for leads on the book. Might be a dark blessing in disguise. We just stay on his tail and track him to see if he digs up any leads.
The book? The Necronomicon? Is that me they're talking about? August 13th.
Rejoicing! It's very possible that the hostess's fetch dog has sniffed out the book. Time to retire him and go for the prize ourselves.
Hostess. Why did that sound familiar? Anyway, that crazily angled stone. I wanted it. If only to get back at these star-obsessed maniacs. It's the first book in a row, An arcane symbol adorns its cover. I've opened it at its bookmark. The stone from the stars is a window on all time and space. It is within it that the haunter sleeps while the yellow sun reigns, and it is from its circular gate that the haunter's incomplete form rises when the words are spoken. Nor shall he ever rise in his true form until the forbidden book be by his side. No end to the work. I've opened it at its bookmark. It is known that touching the stone from the stars might cast upon a mortal being the mark of the hunter. But none should do it unless prepared to face his cold black flames and turn to ashes and dust. No living soul can know whom the haunter chooses to mark and grant vision beyond time and place. No end to the work.
Se abrirá, está viendo verlo abajo.
I've opened it at its bookmark. For the butcher is the end of all, and the followers of him who lingers in the night's threshold must keep the slaying one from ever setting eye or laying hand upon the book. The butcher brings but... The rest is unreadable. The butcher? Huh. That's new.
Whoa! Algo ha pasado. Abogado por lo que he leído, ese extraño trapezoedro es de gran importancia para estos lunáticos. Les pagaré con la misma moneda. Me secuestran y me niegan simetría en el calzado. Yo me llevo su preciada piedra. Mama Kate no crió a ningún pelele.
The dubious match-constructed security structure won't let me get my hands on it.
¿En serio?
It's held in place firmly by the match's structure. Quite impressive and unmovable. I examined the darkened stone altar that held the trapezohedron. Creepy thing. Unusual markings adorn all sides of it. It's just a drawing. Eerie, but a drawing. The inscription above it says, "Here lie in ashes all brothers and sisters foolish enough to think that the stone from the stars chose them to be marked by the haunter." I don't think I can pry it out with my bare hands. Looks to be quite powerful. An immense rusty telescope hanging intimidatingly overhead. These dummies tried their best to tar the windows up, but an intense orange light symbolically shines through. There's a drawer underneath this urn thing. Inside the dusty drawer, there was one solitary rusty spoon. Unwritten private investigator wisdom says you never know when you could use a rusty spoon.
Una cuchara, tío. ¿Para qué? ¿Para hacer palanca con esta bola?
I couldn't scoop the cannonball out with my spoon, unfortunately. It was lodged firmly in the crazy matchstick lattice work.
Para sacar la lente.
I carefully placed the spoon in between the lens and the metal covering it. Voila! The lens was now mine.
¿Y para qué quiero la lente?
I got this convex lens from that huge telescope. It's filthy. Ugh.
Ahora ponemos la luz y prendemos fuego a...
The lens is way too dirty to let any light pass through.
Prendemos fuego a toda la celosía esta. La limpiamos. Y para eso tenemos el trapo. Y ya está. Y le prendemos fuego. Y nos llevamos a... Ya está.
Sweet.
Ni tan mal. Tenemos esto.
I most certainly did not burst into cold black flames. So much for this numbskull cult's credibility. It did feel, weird. Weird.
Tengo la piedra. No expiré al tocarla, pero se siente algo muy extraño. ¿Podría esta extraña roca ser de alguna utilidad para mí? Pues no lo sé.
It's the crazily angled rock I lifted off these starheads. I hope I'm wrong, but I feel like it's somehow... I think I can pick it up now.
No es lo habitual, ¿eh? Me suelo quedar enganchado.
Just carrying a big old cannonball around. Don't tell my chiropractor.
Prisky, buenas. Imagino que ahora con la bola de cañón podremos coger la bandera. Molestante, sí.
All right.
Hostia, gracias por la red, tío. No me saltan las alertas, macho.
Let's see what happens.
Gracias, Pliskin y compañía.
That was a first. And a last.
Vale. Vale. ¿Y para qué quiero el palo este?
Any way you boil it, that right there is your standard garden variety pole.
Pues así que no lo veo. Pues hay que salir por aquí. Arca de Party, gracias por el follow.
It would almost fit, but it'd be too loose. I need it firmly stuck in there.
Tiene que mirar hasta de la bandera con la piedra estrellada, pero no ha funcionado.
Not by itself.
Me falta algo, tengo que coger algo, tengo que coger algo. Necesito coger algo. ¿Vas al alquitrán?
Let's get this stick.
Joder, el alquitrán da mucho de sí, ¿eh? Da muchísimo de sí el alquitrán. Que tengo. No me digas que tengo un mazo. Tengo un mazo. Ya está, perfecto. Nos vamos de aquí.
There's just one thing I want to say before I do it. Hammer time.
Capítulo 3. Igual lo dejamos aquí, capítulo 3. Fishmouth. Bueno, muy chulo. Lo vamos a dejar aquí, gente. Son las 3 menos cuarto de la mañana. Creo que es un momento para...
Alright, you two, here we are. Ugh. Just call me when you need my services. I'm getting as far away from this dump as possible. See yous.
Yeah, thanks. So, here we are, kitty. Fishmouth. Is this foul, rotting sea life odor in any way mouth-watering to you?
Please, it's sickening, and I'd literally rather be anywhere else right now, but we've got a job to do. Let's find Finman's before we revisit my lunch and dinner.
Bueno, dicho, lo vamos a dejar aquí. Que ya es tardecito. La verdad que está curiosa la aventura gráfica esta. Le seguiremos dando. La acabaremos, me imagino. Así que nada, gracias a todos por estar ahí. Como siempre, si queréis, vamos a hacer un vistazo. Es esta Gibbous Aventura que estamos jugando. Una aventura Bueno, entretenida. 20 euritos. Próximo día más y mejor.